Gavin is under the assumption that I talk to Brandon differently than I talk to anybody else.
You do.
You have
company.
like
You're angry.
50% less patience when it comes to Brandon.
It is
like
true,
Brandon
Brandon.
wrapped his cord, like he flung the arm the wrong way, and you're like, Brandon, you're killing me. Look at what you're doing. And anyone else?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
He just hit his mic arm with a bottle, too.
This is my first time in the set, and I love
welcome.
it. It's very nice, but this is a whole new arm system. It's not clear which way it goes,
We had
left or
arms
right.
before they were in front of our bodies.
Yeah, and I just did this. No,
You've been on the set, haven't you? No. Like before you got married?
it's
So
nice.
he was turning it the wrong way to where the cord was winding up and
I feel
looked
like-
like it was about to snap. About
look-
5 seconds before we're going to go live, the last thing I want to happen is to have you fucking tear that XLR out.
I
Look
feel
how
like you would,
blended-
anyone else, you would have gone, no, spin it the other way.
I was,
With Brandon, it was a different story.
We had a meeting this morning.
Brandon,
Now that you pointed it out,
killing
I'm,
his whole career. He's like, don't you work in production?
I'm starting to realize I am actually really mean to him. This morning we were at a meeting and we were at a big conference room table. I guess Brandon had walked in before me and he was talking with someone. Then I walked in and Brandon's shit was just all over the table, taking up like 4 seats.
No, it was like 1.5 seats. No one else was in the room.
And I was like, Brandon, what the fuck? Are you taking up enough space? You're like, oh, sorry about that. Then you move like one thing off the table.
yeah, so I could sit down.
You was just so you
One of
could
those
sit-
spaces should be for me.
You were claiming like 4.
No, okay, barely 1.5 because nobody was in the room, and I was like, I guess I have time here. And then you saw me go in the room. You're like, oh, Brandon's going in the room now. I better go too.
What? No, I just got
You
my
saw
food.
me. Yeah,
I did
you
not
saw
see
me
you
go
go
in there. I saw you.
Dude, laying claim to space is important. Right now, in the studio, in stage 5, animation department has moved out. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like when you go into a shopping mall now in modern American society, and it's like half the stores are empty. So it's like since animation moved out a week ago, that space hasn't been like repurposed yet. Although I got to tell you, it's one of like the hottest political battles right now.
Oh, my God.
At the company,
What, who
people
gets the
are
space?
jockeying for that
If
space.
you want to know like the inside information about what's going on at Rooster Teeth, it is all about claiming where you're going to sit now that there's been a restructuring. It is the first thing I hear in the morning.
Yep.
It is the last thing I hear as I'm walking out the door.
People are serious business about it. So and it always starts small. This conversation with me, it got floated to me just like a little. Oh, by the way, it's kind of like we had this little big long hour meeting. Then the last 30 seconds is like. It's like, oh, this was really good. So I think we got a good plan for the next quarter. Everything's looking fantastic. But how would you feel if you moved out of your office and we made it to the conference room? Okay, we'll talk. We'll meet next week.
Oh, did you not know that?
I was like, what was the last part? What was the last part about me not having?
Is that
Oh, the meeting's ending.
You
Sorry.
haven't seen the floor plan then?
Yeah, I heard. I haven't seen it, no.
I had to go request it.
Did Burnie get kicked
No,
out
no,
of
no,
his
to
room?
see it.
I wouldn't actually be surprised if that was the case, Brandon.
So what is the current
Yeah,
plan?
they're not giving out that floor plan.
And they're like, well, it's subject to change. It's still a work in progress. Like, I know you have it. At least show me what the work in progress is.
Who did you have to get it from?
Glenn?
Did you? Yeah,
What's it
yeah.
going to be?
It's just
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress, Gavin. We're not allowed to tell you. We had to sign an NDA before they allow us to see the floor plan.
I don't even work in this building. I don't care.
It's weird to walk in and just see all the open space. 'Cause I
It's-
feel like I guess I can just sit down here, but I'm like, is this some kind of trap?
I kind of
It's like
miss
there's too much.
miss the busyness of it.
It-
Like
it-
I thought I would love it because it's like
I love it.
There's no one ever in the bog now. There's no line for a coffee. Food line is really short.
There's ice
But
in
it's
the
just-
ice maker.
Yeah, it's just kind of like dead.
The problem is
it's
that it reminds
peaceful.
me of the old job I used to have that underwent layoffs. Like, that's what it
When you were
that's-
like the final
It's
person.
a weird mentality
Right.
because it makes you feel like it's enormous growth, but because it's an empty space, it doesn't feel like
Right,
it,
there's just like boxes of equipment, and you're
Yeah.
like, it's kind of sad, and you
Right.
think that, maybe something happened and something bad is
What
going
happened
on.
at this
It's the
company?
exact opposite of the way you should be feeling because it's like the company's going through this incredible growth.
Right.
But you see an empty space and you're like, oh, this used to be filled with people. It's just a weird feeling.
Yeah, I actually went over there last week with Michael because we were determined to use the space for a dumb video, like a versus. You know how we did the RC cars all around here. We're gonna try and think of
RC
something.
cars, you mean when you did the office chairs?
Oh, we did that too.
Yeah.
Right. We did RC cars as well. So we're walking around, and I saw your little Segway thing leant up against the wall,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, I'm quite good on this. Watch this." I had my coffee in my hand. Michael was like, "You're gonna die. I don't have my phone on me. Don't do anything because we're not gonna be able to film it." And I was like, "Look, I'll just ride it around." Got on it, went forwards, sort of tried to go to the right. Realized I was stood on it backwards. It went left. I like flung upside down like I stepped on a banana and poured coffee all over myself. And it was amazing. I
Was
fell
it-
off
was
within
it
about
filmed?
3 seconds. Nope.
No, Michael didn't have his phone.
Yeah.
It's
He
too
was
bad.
right. I shouldn't have got on it. I ate immediate shit.
Best argument for having security cameras in the studio that I've ever heard. Like if we
Yeah.
had that
We've
security
been
camera.
trying for years. Let's just get some nests or something.
We should.
I got 4 if you want
We'll
them.
get some local version that isn't online.
Too much NDA stuff. We can't do that.
Yeah, a fucking security company wouldn't install those. Said it was an invasion of privacy or something.
Yeah. It's one of like the unwritten rules of Rooster Teeth is we don't do hidden camera stuff. We have done hidden camera stuff, like the Blaine thing, but it's like every time we do it, it's like a massive exception.
The scorpion
And I
thing.
swear I'm never going to do it again. The what?
Scorpion thing.
The scorpion thing. I didn't like that when they did the scorpion thing. I don't like hidden camera stuff.
No,
I don't like it. I
Although-
want people to be able to be comfortable in the office.
they need to get better at hiding cameras.
Yeah.
I found mine immediately.
You're also
a
Gavin, you're a very observant person. So you're a bad person to do it to.
The first thing that I think of when something feels slightly amiss is like, is someone filming? I just look for cameras.
It's gonna be like that for the rest of your life.
Because you've come from a British land of like CCTV.
It,
Yeah.
it's like
Leave the
it's
corner.
like a warm blanket you can pull over yourself. Like, oh, I'm being watched. Everything's okay.
You know who kicked ass on the Segway? Little mini rider.
Zachary?
He killed it.
Yep.
Like he just jumped on that thing. Some of us are kind of convinced that he has one and just acted like he didn't because he got on the thing and he was like a natural on it, which it's very intuitive and it's easy to pick up, but it usually takes like maybe like a minute, 2 before people get comfortable. Most of the time people are like, whoa, 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 whoa. And he just jumped on it, was spinning and then zipped off on it. I was like, all right, I don't know.
Is it in this building?
It's over there. I tried to get on it earlier.
Did you?
And
Did
then
you really?
I tried for about 5 seconds and I thought, no, I can see myself dying.
Let's get
on
it
this.
so
Yeah.
Brandon can try it.
Yeah,
I
I've
have a
never done it.
problem. I need it for a production, and I set it there, and it's got like 2 bars left to charge, and I can't find the charger.
What's the charger for it?
What?
What's the connector?
It's just a thing.
USB-C?
It's like a breakout box with
Lightning.
like a little, you know, the little roundy plug that goes
Yeah.
into like a laptop. It's got one of those roundy plugs.
Does it say
I-
the voltage on it?
Well, I can't find it, so.
No. I'm saying.
on
Oh,
the
sorry.
device.
On the actual.
No, I don't know. I haven't gotten to the point where I thought about replacing it.
I
so
wish every product
I'm
you
so
bought
confident I'm
came.
gonna find it.
I wish every product came with like 3 AC adapters, just so you could put them everywhere you need them, like at home, at work, just so you never lose one.
That's
I-
my.
I would be happy if they just all were labeled what they were for.
Yeah.
So when you get like one of these DC plugs and you're like, it says Asian power device, like what does that mean?
That's for LaCie.
What's that? Is it?
that's for
yeah,
hard
so they're called, yeah.
That's exactly what that's for.
Yeah, but it's a generic name. It's like put the name of the product that it goes with on the
Well, I
power
think the
supply.
whole point is that they can be for a wide variety of products.
I recently got a new thing. So that's really, I mean, it looks like they bulldozed it with stuff in it.
Yep, they did.
Well, like all the inventory was in it.
Yep.
What?
They really
see,
hate that place.
They should find out where the landlord
Listen.
is and protest the landlord for doing
What are you
that.
supposed to do with piñatas? I'm just saying. They fulfilled their destiny.
I would have totally fucked with them too. Like like overnight they bulldoze it, and overnight before the next morning I would have gone out there with a bunch of fucking candy and just thrown it all. Like that was it.
I would have paid a bunch of kids to pretend to be dead in the rubble.
Jesus.
You're a sick person.
It'd be horrifying.
Yeah, it would be horrifying. It's horrifying you even thought of it. It's horrifying on a lot of levels.
Speaking of horrifying, I went downtown this weekend.
Now I'm going to say I know this story.
Downtown's already horrifying. I try to avoid that when all possible on the weekend.
All right, go ahead, Gavin.
Yeah, I never go out anymore. It's never do it. But
Why do you think that is? You think people don't like you, so they invite you places? Is that what it is?
no, I just stopped going out. Stop drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I moved out from Jeff's, I don't drink every day. So now whenever I get drunk,
So on average, you're still an alcoholic.
yeah,
You were
But now-
drunk every night.
No. I would drink most nights, but I was never drunk every night. I'd have like 1 whiskey.
That's not drinking.
Are you drunk every night?
Yeah.
Every night you get drunk.
Yes.
I don't like being
How do you
drunk.
do? Okay, go ahead.
I-
You drink.
I'm interrupting your story with horrible things about
dislike it.
Gus's life.
Anyway, so I was because I never drink anymore. Total lightweight. I was like, hey,
the
bevs.
best.
Yeah, it's very cheap, especially whenever everyone's buying your drinks anyway. So we're out in this place. It was one of those places where the bar itself was quite small, but the outdoor bit was massive. Loads of people, and one of those porta potties in the back. And I didn't actually bother looking inside to see if there was a
What do they call a
A
porta
restaurant.
potty in the UK?
plastibog.
Plasty bog?
No, I wish they would.
Have you know one of those friends?
So I spotted it, and I was like, yeah, I'll go and take a nice leak. The door didn't lock, but there was a line.
Cheeky leaky.
Cheeky leaky. There was a line for the bog, and it didn't lock. So everyone sort of knew that it didn't lock because the person in front knew that it didn't lock. So There wasn't any.
And
like,
you also watched the person go in.
yeah, you knew not to go in because you just
Yeah.
watched them go in. So
It's like a magic
unwritten
trick.
rule. Yeah, so I was in line. There were like 3 or 4 people ahead of me. Slowly got to the front. Went in, whipped out my John Thomas, started going.
Totally normal behavior.
Normal behavior. I was like, I'm not worried about the door. People just watch me walk in. I've been peeing for about 2 seconds. Someone just barges in, flings the door open, stands next to me. I'm like,
How do you stand next to someone in a porta potty?
very, very uncomfortably close. So I'm there, sort of like, what are you doing, dude? I'm peeing here. And he was like, I gotta do this in here. There's too many people around. I just gotta do this in here. Whips out this little thing of cocaine, right? And then pulls like a little metal strip, does a line of coke.
Off your dick?
Nope.
No.
But within, drip distance of little coke nugs could have landed on my penis.
nugs.
And I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know where to start. Like, just livid at this guy. It's like, A, like, am I going to get arrested if a cop comes in and sees you doing coke with my
Unquestionably.
penis out?
Unquestionably, they wouldn't assume like the guy just walked in and
Yeah.
you don't know him.
It was just like...
You'd be
like
deported.
Yeah, it was like this totally normal thing. Just, I'm going to do a line of coke next to a complete stranger. And I'm like, oh my God. And
How to explain this? How did he do it?
he did it like this.
With what?
He had like, it was like a little pot and the
Yeah.
lid had a thing on it. Like a
Oh,
little
so
metal
he just
thing.
pulls it out and it's got like coke on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'd like screwed around. And I'm like trying to figure out what's happening. He didn't say, oh, I'm about to do a line right here.
Which the polite thing to do.
So he's doing that, and I'm like just speechless. I wrap up my piss. It's quite long.
So real quick, how's your stream? Is it staying pretty steady during all this, or does it
It's
like
pretty steady.
I don't know how you accidentally turn and piss all over him.
Well,
he would have got out of there?
yeah. So I finished up, and then I went out, and then he followed me out, started talking to me. Realized I was British, and was like, "Oh, British, huh? That means you're not circumcised." And I was like, "I mean, you just saw my penis. Why didn't you look while we were in there?"
He didn't check you out?
I don't think so.
You're not circumcised?
No, I'm from England.
We've talked about this before.
I'm from England, and I'm not Jewish.
We might not have talked about it when Brandon's on.
Yeah.
It comes up in the story. He's a gay man, and he was like, I've never sucked off an uncircumcised penis. You want to head back in there and I'll blow you? And I was like, this has gone from 0 to 100 so fast.
That's what coke does, man.
And I
Let me ask you this question. If you say yes, so I don't want to take away from your story. Let's assume Gavin says yes to this, and he wants to get blown by the guy in the porta potty, the plastabog. Do they have to wait in the line again, or can they go to the front and say, "You guys just saw us. We were just in there."
And now we both need to go back in. I left my phone in there.
There was something we like.
We'll both go and get it.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like so blown away by the whole experience.
Literally.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be rude to the guy.
Why would you want to be rude?
I don't want to be like, A, you just splashed coke all over my penis, and B, no. So the way I phrased it was so weird. I was like, I'm not into that at this point in my life, but maybe one day I'd be into that, like trying to make excuses.
Did you really?
As to why I didn't want him
You were
to
so
see-
British.
let him
That
down.
one moment, you're so British.
You
I
don't
could
want to
have
be
been like,
offensive,
no,
right?
I'm not gay.
Right.
But instead, I was like, I'm not quite ready. But if you see me around in like 10 years, ask me again.
Did you really tell him that? You took a rain check on a porta potty blow.
In 10 years' time, let's meet back at this porta potty.
Look, I don't know how I'm going to be
If you
feeling.
still
in a
haven't
decade.
blown anyone, and I still haven't gotten blown, we'll make a pact that in 10 years we can blow each other.
It's experiences like that totally make me wish I was gay, though. Like, it sounds like it'd be so fun. What?
Porta potty
I
is
don't-
like
I don't-
way down the list of places
I don't
where you
think
want to have
that's
a sexual
exclusively
experience
like a gay person thing. Some chick could have gone in there, done coke, and said, "I've never blown a dude who's
at.
uncircumcised."
Man, that's
I
just-
guess. I mean, the chances are way slimmer.
I agree with Gavin.
They don't have
completely.
like, they don't have like gay confidence.
What's that? Well, it's not two dudes.
What?
It's not two dudes, right?
What's not to do?
Well, if you have a man and a woman, if it's two guys, I think it's way more likely. Like, hey, do you want to go blow each other in the porta potty? It's like, fuck yeah, let's go do that. That's fucking great.
Yeah. So
Am
I
I
went
going to
from
stand around here?
I went very quickly from being very confused, very annoyed, and then I immediately calmed down and just had like a nice chat with him, and then politely declined a blowjob and left.
It was kind of flattering, though. You have to
Yeah.
feel good about yourself.
And I came back to the group, and I was like, that was mental. I should come downtown more.
You're a hot commodity. Although I have to say, it's like, I think you experienced, that's a pretty extreme example, but you experienced what a lot of women experience when they go out to bars. I get frustrated when I go out in groups with nice girls who feel like they have to put up with guys, and it's like because then the rest of us kind of have to put up with this shitty guy who's like clearly she's clearly not interested, but she's not rude enough or she's too nice to say fuck off, I'm not interested. And so she's just being kind of evasive, but she clearly doesn't want anything to do with the guy. So then I have to go over and tell the guy to fucking beat it, basically, or something. And I always appreciate it. I tell you what, I love going out with Barb because, as you can imagine, Barbara gets approached a lot, and she just, like, she's very upfront with people. I've always appreciated that about Barbara. She's like,
Yeah, she doesn't,
hey,
like-
I'm out with friends. I'm not really here to meet anybody. She goes, so I can't talk to you right now. They go again. She'll be like, hey, you need to take off. Like, literally, people she doesn't know.
Just save
If they don't
everybody
get the message, she's very, very clear.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Saves time
she-
for everyone involved.
Take a
She'll
hike.
never like take the drink and then blow him off. She's like straight at the beginning. She's like, no.
Yeah, it's not what I'm here for. Yeah.
I've tried to do that. Like, if a guy was going up to a friend of mine and was like, "Look, man, she's not interested." They rarely see eye to eye. Like, they rarely believe you. If they really
Oh,
think
no,
they have
that's
a
true.
chance,
Right.
Like, I've been called like some pretty bad stuff, and they just keep on
Right.
like, "Look, you seriously need to leave." And then you're like, "I just need to make sure I'm close to the bouncer
Yeah.
in case this guy gets."
And especially if alcohol's involved.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
even worse.
yeah.
Let me.
No, your boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
Are you doing
Let me,
tipsy?
let me read this. Huh? No, not yet. Next one.
I'm gonna make.
Uh,
I'm gonna make my bottle cap into one of those cups. Go ahead.
I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by Harry's. Sometimes finding the right gift for a guy can feel impossible. It can be difficult to find something that's a thoughtful gift but also useful. Luckily, Harry's is here to help. If you haven't heard of them before, Harry's was started by two best friends, Jeff and Andy, who were fed up with being overcharged for razors, so they started their own razor company to give people the great shave that they deserve. This holiday, Harry's is offering a limited edition shaving set that has a midnight blue chrome razor handle, 3 of Harry's German-engineered 5-blade cartridges, a foaming shave gel that smells amazing, and all in a beautifully designed gift box. As a special offer for our fans of the show, Tipsy Elves has hundreds of Christmas sweater designs that are like nothing you've seen before. They're not for the faint of heart. Check out the all-new 2016 sweaters. You won't find them anywhere else. Tipsy Elves sweaters are all about fun, but are serious on quality and construction.
Oh, that's looking bad.
Right now, our listeners get 20% off tipsyelves.com on anything they order on the site. Shop now so you have the best selection to choose from and have it in time for your ugly Christmas sweater party.
Gus has the beer pong shirt.
Go
Is
to
that what yours is?
tipsyelves.com, enter code TEETH at checkout, get 20% off site-wide discount. That's tipsyelves.com, and the code is TEETH.
Gavin,
Stop.
never pour
Stop.
me a beer. Ever in my life. Gus, I will take one of those beers off your hands.
Can we get?
Stop.
Do you have any ping pong balls?
All right, now we'll play.
Oh my god!
I've never played beer pong.
Really?
I've
Weren't
never
you in
played.
a frat?
Yeah, we played quarters.
That's Brandon's.
Give me another one.
Hurry.
Oh, fuck.
Brandon,
You
just
have to
throw
bounce
it.
it though, right?
Brandon,
No, you don't have to
just
bounce
throw
it.
Bounce it.
Oh.
Come on, give me another one.
Nope.
Oh, that's not going to work out well for you. Help him, Gavin.
Gavin,
Come on.
help me.
Hold his sweater still.
Yeah. I like that there's already paper towels for me off camera.
So mine is a straight out of North Pole. Gavin, you have a full suit on,
I do, but without a shirt.
but without a shirt. Well, the suit doesn't come with a shirt, right?
No, yeah.
Officer, I swear
No,
I
what do
haven't
you
been
mean when you
drinking.
said no yes? What does that mean?
No, it doesn't. You're right.
Okay.
No, yes makes sense.
It does.
If the clarification is no and you are yes, right.
It is highly contextual, though. You could have said, you could also have said, yeah, no. You could have said it either way.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
No,
that
it
works too.
It doesn't come with it. Okay, so
Sorry
here's
for
the
the
hypothetical
spill.
question I have about Westworld.
I am. I didn't mean for it to overflow like that.
Gus is a married man. Brandon, you are very recently a married man. Gavin, you are very. Oh, this is the best.
Can we get a camera?
Gus is wiping his crotch out. It's the best.
This is like cleaning a
That's
baby.
a solid sponsorship right there. Your tag's showing too, jerk.
Oh, there's some like excrement or something.
No, there's no excrement.
I sat in chocolate earlier.
Gross. What do you have chocolate there for? Why is there chocolate on your seat?
Who sits in chocolate?
I was eating a chocolate bar.
Where's
and
your
then
chocolate? Give me
some
chocolate.
broke off, and then it fell, and then I didn't see, and I sat on it.
Just
Then
sitting in your
I
own
got up,
crumbs.
and then when I came back to the chair, I saw that there was chocolate on the chair. I was like, oh, I got chocolate. So I had to go to John Mason. I had to say, hey, can you look at my ass and tell me if it looks like I shit myself? So I had John Mason check my ass. And he
That
said
was
yes.
not in the interview. This will be one of your duties. Tell on-screen talent if they've shit themselves. So, married man, very happily committed man down there in the suit,
Ew.
right? So, this question came up as we were watching Westworld. I thought I would throw this out. It's like, hey, if there was a Westworld out there and I had sex with a robot, would that be considered cheating?
I vote yes.
You vote yes. Gus, if you have sex with a robot, is it cheating?
Yes.
Yeah. One of the Westworld robots? Yes.
Why? Okay, so where's the line then? So we got into this discussion. So I want to hear from people on Twitter. Yeah, yes or no. I can't make a poll because I don't have the actual Twitter app. But yes or no, is having sex with a robot considered to be cheating? Is that?
But is the Westworld robot?
Like the
that's like
Westworld
an
robot.
Android. I would say Android robot, I think, has different.
It's a robot.
connotations.
It's a robot. Like, we also know them as characters that have gone outside the bounds. Like, when you first saw them in those little loops, and they're like the Hall of Presidents people. Like, is that it? So, but what's the line? A vibrator is not, right?
Yeah.
Well,
a
a sex toy is not considered cheating.
You can't
and
convince a vibrator to fall in love with you.
I would say in Westworld, the thing you are fucking thinks it is human, and behaves and.
What do you care what it thinks?
Yeah, but still, there's an emotional level of attachment there. It's
So
not.
would
yeah.
you,
It's
on the
like-
part of the thing? On the part of the
Right, you're not. It's not like a dildo or whatever.
So would
you
you
were
take
saying.
a dildo up the ass if the dildo thought it was a real human penis?
Answer the question.
No.
So
No,
you're all in the camp that it would be cheating.
Well, it's too
Absolutely.
realistic.
It's too realistic. Like if it was like Johnny Five from Short Circuit,
But what's the
nah, it's okay.
what's the harm? I mean, are you worried that your significant other's going to run off with the
Personality-
robot?
The personality makes it different.
What do you I don't get the threat level
Because
here.
I think you can get a lot of the same stuff from an Android like that you could being with a real woman.
Oh, I definitely think I think that could cause a serious population crisis in
Yeah.
this world.
Would you bang a Furby?
Thank you.
Oh man, that's a long pause.
To bang a Furby, I don't know. I mean, would I buy a
What
bang
if someone built a fleshlight into the base of a Furby and it
like
felt,
a DIY?
but it'll be conscious and like doing its Furby crap, learning and stuff while your knob's going in it.
No, yeah. Learning's important. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wonder, like, there will be a point at which sex robots will be normal. You will have one of these. You might even buy them for like 15-year-olds. You know, be like,
What?
here.
No, I get that's a great
15-year-olds?
idea.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea. They could do that instead of going off and like getting someone pregnant or just being depressed for 3-4 years.
But I mean, but let's just skip that whole thing.
But humans
Okay.
don't need that.
But what?
Well, we've lived millions of years without that.
Yeah, but we keep inventing
We
like
don't need
more
any
and
of the
more like
shit that we make
sexual
now.
devices.
But most stuff we make is to improve, upon the basics, right?
You don't think sex is a basic?
Yeah. I just feel like
I stink like
It's
You're fine.
it's hard to have sex if you're single.
If they
So
start
what are you
selling,
gonna do? Like you have no idea. Like, am I gonna go to a bar? What are the odds if I go to a bar right now? I'm gonna find somebody to have sex with. Maybe if I meet somebody, maybe we go on a few dates. Maybe we date for a few months. Maybe I'll have sex in 3 months. It's hard.
all I'm saying is, if people are going to pick up their phone and dial a sex chat line,
Yeah.
or there's like phone sex operators, if people are going to do that, they will buy sex robots.
buy them
absolutely.
or rent them.
Well, let's assume they're going to buy them.
You rent, but like bring your own fleshlight. You just swap it out, right?
Take it home, put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does call a lot of stuff into
Oh,
question, though. Too.
Getting your cups and stuff. Have you ever seen, like, if one of your cups
I just want to say,
flips
for the
over-
love, I think robot sex is totally fine.
It's
No,
not.
I think it's fine.
I think
But
it's
it's
totally
cheating.
fine. I don't think it is. I
Like,
don't
would
think
you
it is.
bang Robin Williams in
Go ahead.
Bicentennial Man?
What's that?
What?
Go ahead.
In Bicentennial Man at the end when he technically becomes human?
In a porta potty, if I did some coke, sure, why not?
Bernie, what's that conversation like when you come home and you're like, "Oh, hey, honey, guess what I did today? It was crazy. I banged a robot."
I don't tell Ashley everything I do in my day. I don't
I'm saying though, if it comes up, like, how do you defend that? Like,
selectively choose what
it's
we
not
discuss?
cheating.
What if it looked exactly like your ex?
It's like, hey, what'd you do today? You were shopping and I jerked one out. I mean, I don't like. I mean, it's like,
Okay, but how
don't
do
have
you,
that
let's say she
discussion.
finds out about it. She finds out about it. How do you defend it? As like, and she's like, "Oh, it's cheating." You're like, "No, it's not cheating for this."
That's why you have the
reason."
discussion beforehand. You set those boundaries in a relationship very clearly.
So you're gonna have to be like, "Okay, look, I just want to talk before we do this. There's a sex robot. Is it okay if I fuck this robot?"
Like I gotta send her like an iPhone picture of the girl and go, is this like
Is this okay?
gotta be approval? I gotta say, hold on, this is our rules in our relationship. I have to get approval.
It's like the uncanny valley. Like as soon as that isn't an issue anymore, then it is an issue that you're having sex with it.
Like once you cross that threshold of believability.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like,
I think
when's that going to come? Because we're on the spectrum at this point. So is there a point at which there's a line? But I think people are going to fall out as technology advances. People are going to fall out all along the way. Like, that's too far. Like, I read all the time about people who are not allowed to watch internet porn. And they're very upset. Like, I found my husband, he's watching internet porn. It's like most people on the internet are watching internet porn. That's what they're doing. And this guy in his house is like, it's against the rules of his house to watch internet porn.
Doesn't that just want to make you
both
want it
directions.
more?
Goes both
Just
directions.
makes porn so much better.
What about in a hotel?
Well, that would apply to technology. So I'm saying as we go further along, what about a hotel? What does that mean?
He's not in his house.
Yeah, is it like he's allowed to in a hotel?
Well, that's the rules of his household,
Oh.
which your household travels with you.
Speaking of,
Do you ever
internet
use
porn,
hotel Wi-Fi for that?
Never.
I
Although if there's anybody like that works at my cell phone carrier, it's like I just push all my horrible data through my cell phone. It's like
I am really happy that Star Wars is a thing again.
could you fuck BB-8 and get away with that? Is he below
Oh,
the line?
easily.
Now he'd flick you the little fire. He'd be like, "All right, it's on."
But you wouldn't get in trouble with your spouses.
No. It's
BB-8's smart though.
Yeah, we can't
So would
speak.
yeah, but it's not like a person.
What if it was What if it was like Dolores level intelligence or Cortana, but it was shaped like BB-8?
So it would talk like a woman.
It had a full intelligence and it
With
had feelings,
personality?
and you could talk to it
Then, yeah, I
and
think
share
that's
your
okay.
deepest,
I
sincerest
think
thoughts.
That's
That's
Yeah, I
That's
don't-
cheating
no,
Yeah.
I disagree.
yeah,
because it's shaped like a little ball.
that might
Shaped like
be.
a little ball.
I might be on Gavin's side.
Here's
still.
what I'm trying to point out. This is a spectrum. We're on it. We're heading towards the end of this. We're all gonna make the journey together towards the other thing, and people are gonna be along and go, "This is fucked. I'm not going any further than
I
this."
think if you can text it and at night think about talking to it and looking forward to talking to it, that's cheating.
That's
So emotional cheating.
Yeah, that's a whole different ballgame. I thought we were just like you meet up with BB-8 2 a.m.
You think you're not going to think about BB-8 after you're done?
you don't think about.
It's
Let
a
me ask you a
one-night
question.
stand. That's
You
the
don't
thing.
text Dan and think about texting Dan sometimes.
I never look forward to texting them.
Okay, maybe that was a bad example. You probably would. I would love to meet the person though that Gavin looks forward to texting. Like Gavin's laying in bed thinking about texting somebody. That would be the most amazing person on the